Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a game between MVP's Keen versus Twilight for you here on Tall Dream Altar, and I can already imagine the related videos on this video and this series. Anytime you post up Twilight on YouTube, you are going to get a little bit of a strange opening. As we talking about strange openings, we are already getting the strange opening coming in from Twilight, doing a very early scout here on Tall Dream Altar, and he may absolutely get lucky and go for a... Is he going for a mid? He may be going for a mid gateway proxy rush. Okay, this is a strategy where you put a pylon and a gateway in the center of the map. You start warping in your gateway, and then you start putting down early pressure while you hope and pray that this probe is able to find your opponent. Waiting for the minerals now. There you go. Is he going to actually wait for double gateways? He is going to be waiting for double gateways. Alright, so it looks like he is, however, chrono boosting out probes as well. Not quite sure why this probe is sitting here. That's kind of odd behavior. I would normally have expected that this probe would do scouting now. This is really strange for this player for this one probe to actually just be sitting here, not warping in anything new, unless he's trying to go for a cybernetics core, but he doesn't have an assimilator either, so this is really strange. No, he is going to go for an assimilator. Alright, Twilight for you, doing the most crazy build I have ever seen. And now we'll see what's going to come of this, as it looks as though the gateway will be completed. There's the cybernetics core, and now the probe continues the scout. Alright, a very odd scout. Is he going to activate the Xel'Naga Tower? Is he going to do it? And... oh, he does, but it is just outside of sight range. That was absolutely clutch, as a Zealot now making its way out. And now you're going to see the probe come in and now be able to slip around and get inside this base. This one SCV is not going to be able to find his opponent for a little while longer. And this cheese is so delicate, I don't even know how to talk about this. This is something that wouldn't work, I would say, 7 times out of 10. But he's gotten very lucky with the positioning on the probe. He's gotten lucky by placing down the Xel'Naga Tower in a location, or placing down all of his buildings in a location that wouldn't be scouted by a Xel'Naga Tower. And now he is just chrono boosting out everything off of one gateway. So you're going to see now this probe try to escape. He's not going to be able to do so. We are going into a factory, but with absolutely no marauders. The stalkers are going to be a definite problem. Zealot's not that big of an issue. The stalker, however, with that superior range, and this front door is just going to get knocked on continually. Oh, and the stalker is able to push its way in. Oh, the stalker is on the wrong side, though. And Twilight for you getting really in trouble here, as the stalker utilizing its superior range, getting in some easy damage now, trying to run away. A bunker is being placed down. One is taken down, as you now see the Zealot gonna back up, but a new stalker gonna finish off a Marine there, and now perhaps take down those focus down Marines there. Another Marine may get taken down in just a second. One more shot. Yes, there it goes. And now SCVs are getting picked apart. This supply depot on the high side now gonna get taking a lot of damage, as now one SCV is down, trying to go after the Marine. The Marine should be able to run away, as we now see that the Marines are going to jump inside that bunker, but the Stalker up here is still able to put pressure on the supply depot. Keen in a bit of trouble now. We'll see how this is all going to work out, as the Stalkers and now Hellion. One Hellion's not going to do very much of anything, as that Zealot is now being forced to pull back. If he's able to supply block his opponent, that would be huge, as the Marines are now pushing their way out, trying to stop any reinforcements. Hellion coming in to join in on the fight. And this is a strange opening. A lot of pressure with just Stalkers and Zealots so far. As you can see, this one supply depot now trying to be repaired, but that SCV will not be able to continue that work at all. MVP, or Keen MVP, in a bit of trouble now, as the Stalker is going to run along the backside. Keen going to make his way into here, take down some of those SCVs. One SCV down. Some more SCVs may get taken down here. Harvester count is 15 to 18, so it is still better for Twilight, or sorry, for Keen, but a lot of units are getting taken out here, and there is the GG by Twilight. All right. Nicely. I wish I could give you guys a good recap. First of all, this game was taken from, I believe, the Korean or Chinese servers based upon how the names were labeled. The Stalker, the damage, a lot of damage was dealt. 14 probes versus 13 SCVs. The front door, the supply depot is still down. Terran is at 25 over 35, and perhaps a counterattack would have started. Warp Gate Tech is about halfway or two-thirds of the way completed. I think more units could have been added, and all Keen could really do, he's nowhere near, well, he could start to get some siege tanks and then siege up, but at that time, if Twilight just decided to expand, he would have a very, very heavy advantage. But then there's also a Hellion inside the base. All right, I thought this was an SCV. A Hellion inside the base of Twilight, and because of that, this one Hellion would be able to take down many of these probes with absolutely no issue whatsoever. Superior speed, a lot of splash damage, and that's why the GG came in. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for Game 2.